one chance. I want to meet you only for 10 minutes after a couple of weeks. He says, okay, fine. And he forgot about it, of course. I left from his office literally the same day. I packed a bag and I went to a basti. I went and I hired a hut in a jhoparpatti, a kholi. I lived in the kholi. Experienced the whole thing. How they eat, how they drink, how they talk. 3 weeks later, kept calling, and finally I got an appointment. So I got a photographer friend of mine who was also struggling to be a photographer. I said, see, if I make it now, I'll give you all the cover shoots and all. मेरे लिए budget पे shoot कर दे यार. So I got him to shoot in the jhoparpatti. So just shot all those pictures, images, carried those. But then I went one step further. I said, let me dress as the character and go. So I went in chappal, tone ganji, dirty shirt, tight pants and like messy hair, dadi, all of that, and dressed as the character like a gangster to look completely opposite the first time how I'd met him, fully clean shaven and nice and like polished and all. Opposite. So I walked in and I remember the first thing that happened was his watchman said, no, you can't go inside.
He thought you were actually from the slums.
Internally I was like, inside I was like, yes, convinced him. Superb. And then he got a call saying, ki, bhejo. And as soon as I was entering, I saw my face in the, those two-way mirrors that you had in the glass doors. So I saw my face, I was like, oh, my face is looking too clean. So I held all these photos. I gave the photos to the watchman and I literally put my fingers into the flower pot outside the office.
How do you put that?
And I just started putting some makeup like this, looking in through my mirror, and this watchman is just looking at me. Pagal aadmi kahan se aa gaya? Pagal khane se. Then I took the photos back from him, put a beedi in my mouth, sparked the beedi, started puffing the beedi to get the attitude, walked in, swaggered in. By the time I reached Ramuji's door, I was like, tak, 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 really, really nervous. So I said my prayer, put the beedi in my mouth, kicked the door open.
Kicked it? Oh
Full
my
attitude,
God.
swagger in chappals and all, came in, sat like that in front of him, on the chair, pulled the chair. And then I don't know what happened to me. I went so into the character, I put my feet up on the table like that with the chappals. I crossed my legs on that table and I'm just puffing and giving him like the whole attitude, death stare and all. And he's just looking at me. First he was confused. Ki,
हो क्या रहा है ये?
is this the guy I had asked to come? Because he doesn't look like that guy. Is he a gangster who's coming to my office? Because those days it was also happening. I took the whole bunch of pictures and I threw the pictures in front of him on the table and said, hey, topda kya dikhta hai? Photo dekh photo. And I just took the lingo and I started smoking. I don't know what happened to me. And he's looking at the pictures. He's looking up at me. I'm puffing away. He opens a drawer next to him. He pulls out a set of photos, which I had given him my New York ke achhe, headshots, nice kapde wale, chikna shots. He's looking in those pictures. He's looking in these pictures. He's looking up at me. Gets up and he says, you're doing my film. Now, I don't know whether this is a trick. And now I'm thinking, ye kuch zyada to nahi ho raha hai. He says, can you put that beedi out and talk to me? And then I said, sorry sir, I put the beedi out. And I said, Pakka sir, I'm doing your film. He said, yes, I have something to share. What? Mr. Suresh Oberoi's son.
Yeah.
The Sureshji's son. Why didn't you tell me? Like, sir, I wanted to be there on my own merit. And I appreciate it. Good. He said, come. I said, where sir? Said, come. So I got into his Land Cruiser. 2 minutes later, he's at my father's bungalow because his office was literally like 5 minutes away. My dad, Sunday brunch, gardening, in a pair of shorts, in a t-shirt, and his like, Ramuji walks in, he's surprised, what is happening? And behind him, I walk in, smelling of beedies, right? Looking like that, and he's thinking, ye kya script ban rahi hai, mujhe samajh mein nahi aa raha. And then Ramuji told him that this is what happened, and your son's doing my film. And the kind of pride and the welling up of tears in my father's eyes. I mean, I've won more than 50, 60 awards. God has been very kind. But to me, that moment is my greatest award.
Wow.
Just to see that pride in my father's eyes. He did it on his own terms. He बोल के गया था कि मैं खुद कर लूँगा. और ये कर गया.
Wow.